Hey everyone, it's Lisa Gardener. Welcome to my channel. So, filming this a couple of days before my plant sale. I'm filming this April 7th, I believe. And behind me are my seedlings that I started the process of hardening them off. Now, I did bring them a little bit on the deck and then had to take them back inside, and now I'm bringing them back outside. That's the most hardest part about growing seedling, you guys, is the hardening off process. Not a fan of it. Um, but I wanted to just share a little bit of information about a plant sale. Hopefully people come, that's my main thing. Um, if not, I'll just have a lot of plants that I need to give away. But wanted to share with you what my plans are, and hopefully by the time you see this video the sale will be done, and then I can maybe give you a little bit of shot of how I set everything up. This is my very first year of doing it, so a little bit nervous, a little uncharted territory for me. I would love if you can support the channel by subscribing to it, share with a gardening friend too as well. Kate's behind here having a time of his life, playing around. He likes to drink from one of the containers that I have there. But I started the process of starting seedlings around January. No, actually, I started some of them December 29-ish. And then I've been growing them indoors and then slowly bringing them out as the time permits here. Our last frost date is April 15th, so I'm doing the sale right before the last frost date because I didn't want to do it earlier in case we had a chance of a cold snap and people buying plants and then don't know how to take care of them and then they die from the frost. So I didn't want that. I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to make sure that whatever they get from the plant sale that is successful and it stays alive. So most of this that you see behind here are grown from seed. I do have a lot of things also as well that are divisions from my yard, so I'll show you guys that too as well. So preparation for this or how this sale is going to work. I am using the parking lot of my subdivision, so I'm using that for the plant sale. I'll have tables, I'll have a section that has like veggies and flowers and fillers and so forth. My husband and my son and my dad will be checking out while I kind of browse everything and kind of socialize in the area. I've done a lot of spreading the word through social media. We have a couple of local um, um, gardening groups here locally in Georgia, so I have shared a message there too as well. Some friends, work, a whole bunch of people. Guys, I'm really hoping that people show up to this because I've got about, I would say, maybe 3,000 and change seedlings that must go. If not, there's going to be a lot of seedlings to give away. And will I do it again? Absolutely. So this is my first year, so I want to use this mostly for education purposes. And what I try to do is keep my costs down. So by doing that, I basically made the signs myself. Back to filming, I had to put Kate on the deck. He was trying to play while I was filming. Every time I sit down, he tries to play. But I try to keep the cost down for year one because I didn't want to go too expensive on things. So lesson learned as things progress with what containers work, what soil works. It was a really nice learning lesson, and even more so was a time commitment as well from this. It does take a lot of time on there. And I think the part that I don't like about this whole seed starting thing is the hard enough process, you guys. You gotta take them in, bring them out, whatever. Then the weather changes and all of that stuff. But in the end, it'll be worth it. I do like germinating seeds, potting them up, caring for them, but hardening off, not so much. So let's do this. Let's walk around, and I'll show you guys what I have on the list. And we'll talk about some things on there. So no order of anything. I'll just show you guys. All right, so I've got a bunch of basil. Some of this, I think most of this is for my use, but I've got cucumbers and all of that stuff germinating there. But one of my pride is my Mahogany Splendor hibiscus. Now I did trim these because they were growing way too tall, so I just trimmed them, which you can see all the new leaves are coming out. So hopefully by the sale they'll be a little bit bigger. So that's great, guys. Lots and lots and lots of coleus, and I have different sizes of container for the coleus too as well. These all again grew from seed. Then we have our Altananthera, which we actually snipped these last fall, kept it in a jar, and then we pot them up like in January. Next year I want to have more of this for sale because I'm only selling a couple of them because I want to keep majority of it for myself. So I also have geranium. So there's a couple of variety of geranium. Apple blossom, salmon, and something else, which I'll pop it on the screen. Which is, it's weird that this one here is a lot bigger compared to these, and that one too as well. But through a variety of geraniums. This is called broadleaf thyme. This is a Guyanese herb, so I overwinter this as well too. Just break it off, put it in water, and then when it roots, I just pot it up. So not sure if this is gonna sell or not because it's very special, but we do, hopefully we'll have some people that know what this is. Then I've got my peppers. This one here is, what pepper is this? I still have to label this. This pile is sweet pepper. So bell pepper, and then this one is jalapeno. More jalapeno on there. These are eggplants, so Black Beauty eggplant. They're looking really nice. I may start these a little bit later compared to from when I started. Oh, one of them already started flowering. Oh, that's gonna drop off. But I may start this a little later next year because they got too big too quick. Same thing with my sweet peppers. They got a little bit too big too fast. So maybe I'll delay that a little bit. The specialty peppers, cayenne, Tabasco, whatever, those I need to start a little bit earlier. And I've got a bunch of zinnias, green lime, orange, red, and so forth. Cucumbers are in here. These are direct sow in the container. And my green beans are finally coming out, but some of those may not be ready. More coleus, but this is a different size of coleus, so I have different price point. Hostas that I divided from my yard. Then I've got a bunch of tomatoes. So all of this is tomatoes. By the way, guys, tomatoes, not easy to grow. So these are the best of the best that I had. So I've got Tiny Tim Celebrity. I've got beefsteak, Jubilee. Oh, sun sugar. There's some sun sugar on there too as well. Red cherry. So a whole bunch of tomatoes. And this area here is, I've got watermelon growing here. And next year my note to myself is start my watermelon seeds a little bit earlier than what I did. Same thing with my green beans as well. And same thing with my marigolds, because some of them I started earlier and you can see a little bit of flower on there. Next year these I started a little bit too late. They're good size, but next year I'm going to start them a little bit earlier so I can at least get some flowers like these. Then this is ajuga, so these are divisions from my yard as well. This is spider plants, which you saw a video last year where we pot these up. And then my prize lemon balm, which I have 2 containers of that. Beautiful. I wish you can smell it. Just amazing. Then raspberry ripple zinnia, those are for me. Then I've go into my specialty peppers here. So I've got pimento, Tabasco, what else? Cayenne. These are purple long eggplants on there. The dahlias are my dahlias not for sale. Then I've got some alyssum. That's for my home use over here. So this area I'm kind of getting into my home use items. Some status, which that's going to go for the plant sale, but all of the other things, amaranth and so forth, those are all for home use. I do have some good nice size asters, so I may take some for the sale. Not really sure about that. Let's give you a little bit of a pan around. Over here I have oregano, which actually came from my patch of oregano here. So that's a division from the yard. Guys, I have lots and lots of foxgloves, and some of them starting to give flower buds. I think I have like 30 something foxglove, which they are in pretty good shape. These I just pulled out from the greenhouse, so they need a little bit of a second. I've got Rebecca over here, lots of sedums. These are all divisions as well from my yard. And then these I just potted up and I brought outside. The wind is kind of crazy. That's all celery from the yard. All divisions from my yard. which is really great. This is variegated, what do you call it? Canna lily. And this gives a pretty or beautiful orange flower. I'll try to put a proper picture of that one on the screen. This is yarrow, pink yarrow. I'll pop a picture too as well. Divisions from my yard. Lots and lots of raspberry as well. Divisions from my yard. And guys, the raspberry is starting to give flowers. So we'll get this one here will get fruit this year. But I think I got what 4 raspberries, and then this is a hydrangea as well. That's from my yard. I got way too many hydrangeas, so I'm like, let's offload some of these. Um, but yeah, I love this walk. So nice. I am gonna cover these tonight with a frost cloth, just to make sure, because it'll be in like 48, 49-ish, which should be okay for us. But just to be on the safe side, I've got a frost cloth. I'm just gonna cover them. I just couldn't wait any longer to bring them out to harden out in the direct sun. So I just brought them out this morning, but they've been out a while now. As my favorite is this lemon balm. I wish you can smell it. Amazing. In the greenhouse, heated part of it, I brought all the plants out. That's majority of what you see here. On the unheated side, which is this side, I've got some plants there too. So let's show you guys that. This stash is for me. So in here, guys, lots more stuff. Blackberries, which, guys, look, blackberry has flowers, so we're gonna have fruit again on this vine, on this cane this year. Lots and lots of limbs here, feverfew, sedums, hyssop, nicotiana, more black eye Susan. This one here is the archangel, yellow archangel. Oh look, blackberry has flower! Yay! Right in time for the sale. Amazing. Then I've got some strawberry begonias on this side over here. So over there. So yeah, lots and lots of good stuff. This one here is the primrose, the pink primrose that's there. Then on top there, I've got Dusty Miller and some spinach over there. And then I've got Black Eye Susan, the Indian River variety as well too on there. So yep, doing good, doing good, doing good. So yeah, guys, hopefully people show up. That's my biggest fear is what if nobody shows up and I have all this plant? Then I'll just have a plant party where people come over and we'll have plants. But oh, I want to show you this echinacea. We did a video where we divided up this and potted up. It's looking amazing. I love these sedums. And then I wanted to show you my hyssop as well too. I've got a couple of hyssops as well. So those are doing really good. Also decided to veer off and try something a little different. So I also did some containers, pre-done containers of plants. So I'm gonna take you guys up front and show you that because I'm excited. So I wanted to see if there's any sort of interest in containers. So let's go to the front of the house, guys. The yard has plant. The front of the house has plants. It's ridiculous. All right. I can't wait for the sale to be done so my yard can get back to normal. But I wanted to show you guys the containers that I did. So let's take a walk up front. So the containers are very simple, nothing too complicated because this year I just want to try to see if people have any sort of interest or anything on them. So this is one. This one has a Billy Bob. I found a local nursery that has the start, so I got the start of this from them. These are not grown by me, but I did pot them up. But Billy Bob, lobelia, and this cute zinnia, and these are going to fill in really nice. And then I have containers that are the smaller version of that as well too. And this one here is so cute, you guys. Look at this one. Lobelia, zinnia, euphorbia. What do you call it? Diamond frost. Euphorbia, I think is what that is. And then I have some single containers like these that just have like a zinnia in it, the dwarf zinnia. Then I've got ones that are trailing. So like this one here has the pampas grass, lobelia, zinnia, and then some creeping jenny as well. I love this one here. It's just nice and cute and simple. So this one has the purple fountain grass, zinnia, and some creeping Jenny that will trail down. This one here, I did a shade container because I want to see what a shade container looks like. So I've got a heuchera, dusty miller, and some yellow archangel in it. All of these, just so you guys know, this set is for the front of the subdivision. You'll see that project that we're going to do. These we're going to do pot up some containers, so you guys will see that in the future. But the pots, again, I went very simple, nothing too complicated, because this is year one. I did some shade pots as well too, but just very simple 3, 2, 1 items in it. This one here has a dahlia in it, and some of the containers I already had in the yard. Some of them I went and purchased, but yeah, that's the part of it. Alright, so hopefully the next time you guys see me would be when we're setting up for the sale. I still have to do the signboard, which will have the instructions, like when you get there, what to do. Step 1, grab a box. Step 2, shop. Step 3, check out. And then there's all the instructions and things like that. I'm planning probably doing some vase arrangements as well, because there are some things blooming in the yard. So I'm going to try it out year one, see how it all works. If not, then I have lots of stuff to give away. But I do have to say, I'm very nervous about that. So let's hope people show up for this. But it was a really nice experience doing this. So it's the Thursday before the plant sale, and then I started walking around the yard, and I've been toying around with this idea for a little while. And I was thinking, why not make some vase arrangements for the plant sale and see if there's any interest, and then we can see where to take it from there for next year. So I started a process, just walking around, seeing what I have in the yard, and I want to show you guys my first vase arrangement that I created. So it's all green and white. All right, so here it is. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? So in it, I've got sage, which this is going to flower purple. This is my bridal wreath spirea. I've got celery leaves, and I've got carrot leaves as well too, which I've used all of this for vase arrangement. So my thought is, why not go around the yard? This will be a front-facing arrangement, but why not go around the yard and see what else I have available? Maybe I'll put something like right there. And do a couple arrangements and see if there's any interest in them, and then see where it goes from there. If not, oh well, I have flower arrangements to give away or to put all over my house. So let's walk around and see what else we can make with my rosemary. You guys, sage. I keep calling this rosemary, but it's not. It's sage. Okay. So what I did was I just went and I cut a couple of sprigs. So I'm going to do that. Do that as well here, and then we'll keep going from there. I got a little bit carried away. I had somebody come visit me, and then I forgot to hit record. So there's 2 that I did. I'll show you guys that when I go inside. So let's do the 4th one, because I've got this will be the 4th one. So let's walk around. First of all, I like to do my greenery first. So let's walk around and see what we got. So I'm thinking, maybe for this one, I'll do a little bit of some greenery from my conifer will be really good too. And then maybe mix in a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that first. So this is my Carolina sapphire. And I'll try to trim from the back of it, because eventually it's going to hit this area. So I'm just going to grab a couple of sprigs. Ooh, this smells so good. Oh, my comfrey is blooming. I didn't realize that. Okay, it's good to know. And I have a red bud that has self-seeded. I'm going to pot that up too as well. Ew, this is like really spiky, you guys. So careful with the stem. Didn't realize that I almost poked my fingers out. So 2 sprigs of the Carolina sapphire. All my roses are budding up, you guys. Put it in my vase. So that's a good base. And then I spotted something else at the side of the yard. So let's go look at the side of the yard. I keep forgetting what the name of that is. It's pretty common in our area, but I love it because it's evergreen. I figured that would look really good too. So I'm thinking a couple of sprigs of this, because I really do need to prune it because I planted a little bit too close to the oak leaf hydrangea, and I don't want to do anything to the oak leaf hydrangea. I'm going to prune that after it's done blooming and all the flowers are coming out. So I'm going to go from the back and cut a couple of sprigs of this. Actually, I took out a whole piece of it because I can use it for multiple arrangements. So cut that out. Oh, Georgia pollen, you guys. I think that would look really good. So I'm making all of the arrangement front facing, if that makes sense. Ooh, how pretty. So pretty. So I figure like maybe some flower there, and then I'm right next to my bridal wreath spirea, so I'm going to use that for greenery as well as the flower. Foxgloves are starting to come up, but I don't think they'll open up in time for the event. But I also noticed honeysuckle. Got honeysuckle, so let's try that too as well. But this is my base for this one. Or greenery like area there, and then we'll finish off with like a flower. So I figure what I'm going to do is I've got my honeysuckle, which I have to be super careful because all my perennials are popping up. And let's see how this will look. This will look nice as my flower accent. So I'm just getting a couple of sprigs that are standing straight so they'll be easy to fit into the vase. How beautiful. Alright, let's go put it in our arrangement. So I got some this is the candy corn spirea, and I cut a couple of stems in there. Now I don't know what the vase life is on that, so I'm making this Thursday, so hopefully I'll see tomorrow if it survives, but I think it gives it a good layer for greenery. Ended up putting it like in the bottom here, so there's a trio of things, and now I'm looking at it and I think this area needs something right there, so let's try to find something for that. This is what I have so far. Guys, beautiful, isn't it? All stuff around my yard. Custom arrangement. You don't see this, but yay! I love this willow tree in my area, but I'll see how to stand the test of time in this vase. And this will give me some good ideas as well for next year. This I know will stay really long. So will the Carolina Sapphire. What I don't know about is the bridal wreath, candy corn spirea, and I think the the honeysuckle is pretty good because I had that last year as well. Hey guys, sorry I don't have my mic right now, but I just wanted to quickly show you guys what everything looks like for the setup. So I had the sale day one, sold about 40% of the inventory, and guys, I had too much, so I decided to do a second day, which is the following weekend. So let me turn you around and show you how I have everything set up. I was so busy last week I didn't have a chance to film anything, so let's show you guys what we have going on. Alright, so you walk in and I have a instruction board for folks that my husband actually made me this little signboard trying to keep my costs down, so we had extra wood, so he just made that. And I have pre-made containers here first, and then I decided to mix the veggie and the flower so people can mingle through the entire thing. Everything has an information sheet that tells you, and everything is labeled with the price as well on it. So Rose of Sharon, raspberry, blackberry, smaller blackberries, American Beauty Berry, and so forth. And missing a sign there. This parking lot is perfect for it because of the layout of it. And then I have some tables, and then it has the information sheet as well with the plants. And then I have a whole table of tomatoes and tomato plants. And then this week, because I am during a second week, my foxgloves actually bloomed. So I decided to bring the flowers out so people can see. It was nice. An older couple came before the sale started and got a bunch of the foxgloves because they saw the flowers. I'm like, okay, good technique. Over here we've got sedum, oregano, dusty miller, more things here. Last week was fuller than this, but so this is the rest that's left over from this week. And then I have a checkout area, so I'll show you that. There's my checkout area, and then I put all the shade plants in shade over here. Alright guys, so it's a following weekend, so I ended up doing two days. So I did April 11th and April 18th. Wasn't sure whether I need to do a second day or not, but decided to do a second day. I sold about 50% of my inventory, which is not bad. My goal was 80, but 50, I'll take it for the first year. I have to say that couple of things I learned from this that I'm taking into consideration for next year. I noticed that a lot of people like perennial shrubs, especially. So I had some hydrangeas, I had some roses Sharon, those were gone immediately. People also love the divisions from my yard, which is very interesting. And so what I'm going to do is divide up the perennials and let them grow on bigger this year, so that next year they'll be a little bit bigger for the offering. Flowers sold a lot more. Veggies not so much. So I'm going to do a little bit less in terms of like eggplants and peppers. Because people didn't buy a lot of that. I find that the divisions from my yard were the things that people like most, and perennial flowers and so forth. What I also learned, and this is like the best part of the whole 2 days worth of sale, is to see the people that came out and the stories and having the conversations with them. A couple of things that stood out to me was on the second day of the sale, towards the end of it, there was a family that came. Dad, mom, grandmother, and the kids, and their son, I would say probably like 8 or 9 years old. And he was the one that was into gardening, and it was so nice to chat with him. And I was like, have you grown potatoes before? And he's never grown potatoes. So I gave him like a bag of potato seeds and showed him like how to grow. I gave him some onions. I was like, hey, this is how you grow on there. So it was really nice to see kids interested in gardening. And there was also a lot of couples that came with their little kids as well too. And it was so cute to see the little kids pick out their tomato. There was this kid that came and he had his own money. And so he was picking out everything that he wants, and he came to the counter. It was so cute. Lots of older couples as well. A lot of people that came from areas that I didn't think that they were going to come from. So I think what I'm going to do next year is that I'm going to invest in more road signs, because that's where majority of the people came from. I had about 10 road signs placed, and so I was talking to people and asking them how they heard about it, and so for the majority of them was from the road signs. So next year what I'm going to do is invest in probably about maybe 20 road signs, but you can only post them in areas that you're allowed to post. And so I think I'm going to do that. And next year what I'm thinking about is I'm going to do like a Saturday, Sunday. So I'm thinking maybe like the first week in April for our area, that's Saturday and Sunday. So that was a 2-day sale back to back, a lot easier to navigate on there. And I'm also thinking I'm going to change the time. So this year I did 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Next year I'm going to do 9 to 12, because I noticed a lot more people came out during the morning before the sun got hot. So that's what I'm going to do too as well. And then the pre-made containers, people like the smaller ones compared to the bigger ones. So that's what I'm going to focus on next year as well too. Things like my perennials that I divided up, yarrow was gone pretty fast. Like I didn't know what the rush was about yarrow, but I only had 8. They were all gone on there. The canna lilies, people like that. Roses Sharon. Hostas. People really liked hostas. So this year what I'm going to do is I have lots of hostas that I can split, and they are huge. So what I'm going to do is in the fall, dig them up, split them, pot them up, so that way they're all ready to go. And what I'm also looking at is how do I reduce inefficient use of my time. And so what I'm going to do in the fall when I split my perennials, I'm going to go ahead and pot those up, and then they stay outside, so I don't have to harden them off or anything like that. And my seedlings that I'm going to start indoor, my goal for next year would be
no more than 12 of each items, right? So, and then I also noticed that not everybody knew about the specialty things. So for example, like Mahogany Splendor hibiscus, people didn't really know much about that. Um, so I'm going to focus on like the basic things on there. But it was great. At Saturday, I had the most turnout. And then the first Saturday, I had the most turnout. And then the second Saturday was okay. But overall, I would say about 50% of my inventory was all. I ended up leaving a lot of stuff and put a free sign in front of our subdivision because there was no way I was going to bring that back to the house. And what am I going to do with it? So that was really nice. And then I got to talk to a lot of people. I made a lot of contacts. In fact, I got a lot of subscribers from the event. So because I shared my card with them too as well. I had some people that came and toured the yard, made friends with our neighbors, and then I had the sale the 8th, the 11th, and then people messaging me, so they were coming to my home like all that week to buy plants, and then I had the second sale. So that was really nice to see. But now I know exactly, I have a lot of information on market research and what people like and all of that. So I'm strategically planning for next year. If you have any comments, please leave it in the comment section. I'll answer as fast as I can. I do have other gardening videos that's going to pop up here somewhere. Would love if you can watch a couple of those, leave any questions that you may have as well, share with a gardening friend. Until next time, everybody, happy gardening.